What is going on, everybody? And in this video, we'll be taking a look at the Pegassi Ignus, which, well, for me is the last car I customize and doing a video on, at least until the other 8 drip-fed vehicles come out, which I think will be weekly. At least that's how Rockstar normally does it. But anyway, this is basically the Lamborghini Sian or the Lamborghini Sian. Let me know in the comments below if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I think something like that. But this thing looks really good. Look at the detail of the engine there with the suspension, and the rims on this car look absolutely amazing. I'm going to have to leave those on there. Anyway, let's go customize it right now because I'm dying to see what you can do to this car. So now jumping right into the customization of this amazing looking car here. Let's do this now. So armor, brakes. Let's check out the bumpers, which, wow, 18 bumpers. This car has more bumpers than some of the other cars do. So let's check these all out here. So secondary carbon arc. Ooh, that's nice. I really actually like that one on there. Carbon street bumper. This car is going to have awesome color schemes, I bet. Like, definitely see that coming. I kind of have a crazy one in mind here. So here are the bumpers. I'm thinking aero bumper, secondary aero bumper, secondary Mark II bumper there looks pretty nice. I'm thinking about going with the one that adds like the lined almost, like that one right there. Has the carbon but also has a secondary like color thing on it as well. So kind of like that. So let's go with that one on there. Moving down to the rear bumpers, not as many as the front, but nonetheless, these do look awesome. I already like the look of that one already. Let's check out the other ones here. That looks pretty nice as well. Ooh, they did such a nice job with these. Every bumper looks great, honestly. Like, all of them look great. Let's take a look. How about we go with... Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the... I'll go with the racer one on there. Moving down to the engine, let's max that out. The exhausts here, so those are right there. Secondary, you get titanium, which come out there. And then right here we have the angled round exhausts, which look pretty nice on there. And then we have the oval exhausts, which I really do like those. I'm going to put those on there. And then we have the performance exhausts, which look pretty good. Those would match the secondary color if you guys are choosing to do that. So I'm sure you make a lot of dope color schemes with this thing. Moving over to the hoods, we have the racer hood, secondary, carbon. We have the speed, which actually looks nice on there. Doesn't have too much craziness. Kind of like that, but the regular one looks good too. So moving down to these, checking those out. Crazy how much customization you can actually do to this thing. So consider if you guys want a hypercar and or supercar in this game. So you're just playing the Crew 2 and other racing games with the hypercars. But anyway, if you do want a supercar, a lot of customization, this is definitely one to look into. This car definitely has more than the Champion. So it's nice to see there. So these are all pretty nice hoods. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think they all look great. I'm going to have to go with, for me personally, probably going to end up going with the top one over here, I think. Maybe something like that. Nothing too crazy. Let's go with the racer hood on there. Obviously the lights. I'm pretty sure, by the way, if you want to change the headlights, you probably go in the Arena Workshop and change those if you guys would like. So here are the liveries now. So you have the stripes there. Got the Italian flag looking stripes there. Got that one. Ooh, that's pretty cool. So blue flares, Viper. So it looks like almost all the cars have different types of liveries, which is pretty cool. They didn't like copy and paste them to each vehicle. At least some of them they probably did. But it looks like all the ones on this car are different compared to the other ones. So that's pretty awesome. Got the plate here, just exempt on there. And then louvers, which there's a lot of these to put on here. Does change the back of the vehicle a lot. I actually do like putting these on the car personally. But I also like seeing my engine too. So I'm not sure if I'm actually going to throw these on there. Although they do make the car look pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie. Like, they actually cover the car pretty nicely. But looking at the back of that engine just looks amazing. So I'm going to leave that stock. And then moving over to the respray. So what color should we do with this vehicle? I have a pretty decent idea here. Maybe like a bluish, like a nice bright blue color maybe. So I'll go with the ultra blue. And then my pearlescent I'll make, leave ultra. I'm actually going to leave this black here so I can actually have the other secondary color I'm thinking of here. You guys probably see what I'm going for. So secondary color, which should change all that, yes. So I'm going to go with like there's a bronze color on here somewhere. Bronze, where you at, bronze? I think that's on here at least. There it is. So then go with like the bronze color on there. You guys probably see what I'm trying to go for with this car. Do that there. And then skirts, check these out. So you can also customize those. So that's a stock one there, has a front and back skirt there. These look pretty nice. Look how big those tires are. My goodness. So I don't really like any of these so far, but they do look, I mean, they'll probably look nice depending on the build you guys want to have on your vehicle there. They definitely fit the car nicely. Like, we look from this angle here, they're not too far out. You could see from like the tire where they are there. So they actually fit the car good. It's just like I'm not really, I think I'm actually going to leave the, I'm going to put that one on there instead. Moving over to the spoilers, who I'm really interested in here. Oh man, look at that. Now we're talking. Oh man. Carbon race spoiler. We have the racer one there. See, these look so cool on there. I'm waiting for the really big ones to show up in a second. That looks awesome. Like fits the car like perfectly. See like the tail light too there that comes with it, which none of the other ones seem to have. So none of the spoilers seem to be too big on this car, which is good. I'm sure many people are wondering about that because sometimes they are, well, huge. So I actually decided to do a couple of changes to this thing, guys, going back and looking at this a little bit. So I'm actually changing that to gold for the secondary color. And then for these skirts, I'm also going to leave it stock there as well. And then for the spoiler, I'm going to throw on this one again too. I think gold looks a lot better and it fits it. For me, honestly, it fits the car more. And obviously all those are the same. When it comes to wheels, though, I'm going to leave the stock wheels on the car currently. Trying to get the iFruit app to work, but it currently isn't. Even if it does, I don't think I can actually do that. But I was hoping you could change the stock color of the rims here, which you still can't, which is really unfortunate. Hopefully one day we'll be able to do that on here. That would be awesome. Kind of sad you can't actually do that yet. But nonetheless, these rims look really good on this car. I'm going to leave those on there because I really like how they look. And then finally, moving down here, we'll have the window tint there, which personally I'm going to do just a light tint there. You could do dark, but I'm going to leave mine light because I do like the interior of this thing. Let's check that out right now. So the interior of the car looks similar to the other supercars, obviously, in the Pegassi manufacturer there. But I do like how they look nonetheless. Anyway, let's go take a look at this thing outside and drive it because, well, this car is absolutely insane looking. I can't wait to see what it can do. So arriving outside here and taking a look at the new Pegassi Ignus, my goodness, this car is so nice. Wow. So let's open this thing up if there is anything to do there, which you can. So let's go check this out. At least I don't close the back door for once. I don't have a back door. I'm going to find the flashlight real fast so I can actually see my engine. So there's the detail of the engine there. This car has a lot of detail in it, so I really do like that. They have the carbon fiber engine brace there at the middle piece. Really nice looking suspension there on the side. You can see the color of the engine matches the car a bit too with the secondary color, it looks like. Unless I'm just tripping there. It could be the light though. Nice interior with 3 pedals. Okay. And then we also have the frunk over here, which we all know Lambos normally have frunks because the engines are in the back. Anyway, let's close this thing up and take a quick listen to it because the sound of the engine in this car is probably going to be pretty awesome. So let's close it up. So there's the sound of the engine. I have a feeling this car is going to be insanely fast, so I'm just going to pull out right here and just go straight. And not to my shock, this thing is very fast. Wow. Oh my goodness. It is in the super class, which I would hope. This car would probably smoke the champion, even though the champion costs more. And I almost wrecked this thing. That thing would have been the champion if I would have crashed there. So this car actually tells you how fast you're going as well, which is pretty nice. So acceleration gets right up to speed nicely. And in the GTA universe, most of the cars have a top speed of 120, which make no sense. But nonetheless, it's still really fun to go fast in these cars around the city. I'm sure bumps make this thing really fast. Yep, we got a boost of speed right there. I'm going to head up right toward the highway right now and do a quick little highway run with it. No music reference there. So flying up the highway right now, I'm doing 135, which I'm hitting bumps, so that's obviously why it's doing that. Almost 140 there, pretty crazy. It did at 140 with some of these bumps. So this thing definitely moves. Handling wise, the car is pretty nice. It might not seem as planted as some of the other cars. I would say like the Emirates probably, and the Krieger. Probably beat this car around a track if I had to guess. Obviously some of the other YouTubers would probably take this thing on that one track, test the car out there. But nonetheless, I'd have to say the handling is not bad on it. Let's just see how this thing will do around a track there. So speed-wise on the highway, it seems like it's moving pretty nicely. I would expect this car to be pretty fast. I'm holding on the highway right now at 122, which kind of makes sense. I'm going to come back on the tunnel area as well, more flat. I can test out the speed there a little bit better. I'm moving on 126 right now, 125. So this car is definitely fast. It looks absolutely amazing. I love how this car looks. Like, just look at that. It looks so good. I love how they designed this. I love how they're getting really close to the actual counterpart of the vehicles now, before they be kind of off of like 3 or 4 cars in each, which they still do that a little bit. But now it seems like the recent DLCs, even with the Los Santos tuner, you can actually see how close these cars are really looking to their counterpart, which is awesome. Let's do a quick little brake test right now. So 127 in this area of the highway. I'm going to drive back a bit on the way where the tunnel is too to see. So here's a brake test. Pretty dang good brakes there. So now spawning over here by the tunnel, I wanted to show this as well. Don't mind the scratches on my car, by the way, because I did scrape some of the vehicles on the way over here. So if you guys do look at the lights here, you'll see that the emblem lights up there, and then with the high beams, the bottom fog lights light up, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, let's do a speed run right now. If I'm driving this car on the highway, just coming over here, I have to say this thing is definitely fast. It's going to probably have around the same top speed as the Emirates and Krieger, if I had to guess. It's definitely going to be up there. If I'm even on flat ground, I was doing like 128 to 129 over there, so I'm interested to see what it will do here. So here's a legit top speed run. At least I can actually see the dial of the car as well, which is a nice thing. So 128 there, right on the highway, 129. So this thing is definitely moving. Like, this car has a really high top speed. It feels nice driving it too. And obviously looks alone. I think it's the Sian or the Sian. I really don't know, honestly. Again, let me know in the comments below if I'm butchering that. But 131 there for a second, because I did go up and down that road there. So it's averaging, looks like 130 on the flat highway over here, 128 to 130, I'd say. This car's definitely up there in top speed, probably be faster than most of the other cars in this DLC so far. At least that's what I can tell anyway. The Champion might be up there too, but can't really tell how fast that car's actually going. And this car is probably going to be moving a little bit faster, if I had to guess. People probably end up doing top speed run on the vehicles in time, though, to see which ones really are faster. But this car will be really, really close to the Emirates and the Krieger overall. Thank you all so much for watching, and the Pegassi Ignus is definitely worth a look if you guys are in the market for a new supercar. This car definitely looks really awesome, and my goodness, does it perform well. It's fast and sounds pretty cool as well. Thank you all so much again for watching. It seems from flying around the city in this car for a little bit. I also wanted to throw this in the video as well, guys. That this car does actually have some pretty dang good handling. I wanted to test it out a little bit because I was kind of unsure on how it would go against the Emirates and all that, so I flew around the city for a little bit. And I have to admit, it actually does handle itself really well. The stability is pretty dang good on it, and it actually flies around turns nicely. A big thing is like getting out of the way of cars if they turn in front of you and stuff like that, which it does a great job of, like flying around these turns here. So this car definitely has some awesome handling, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this thing will be against the Emirates and the Krieger with stuff. And I'm going to have to be trying this thing out on some future time trials as well. Not only was I noticing that with it, but I also noticed the brakes in this car are insanely good as well. I wanted to throw this in there just in case you all may have been wondering how this car may do with braking and handling and all that, especially for racing. And well, I gotta say, it's definitely pretty dang top tier for what it is. Not only that, the car is also insanely fast. Like, for example, I'm doing 145 in this area in the city until I at least crash there. But nonetheless, this car is definitely quick. Handles nicely, and my goodness, does it look awesome. Thank you all again for watching. I wanted to throw this in there to show you all. Plus, the brakes in this car are insanely good as well, so it's definitely good to measure that out.